Now you all just... And we had like a special template, like we had to choose like quotes and stuff for what she gave us. But this is just the awareness template that I had to make.
Okay.
I like that quote from Pope Francis.
And if you have any questions.
Reminds me of this article that we saw yesterday.
Mm.
You know, the one that she sent it.
Mm.
Good.
Yeah, I believe that.
Mm-hmm.
Difficulty affording healthcare.
Yeah. The part about our location of our office.
Oh.
Why is that
What did I
sometimes
put?
significant? That we're located off Newburgh Road. There is non-specific reason as to why they are located where they are.
I didn't know, so I put that. I was like, you know, I think I just say no specific reason.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering, I was like, there's like a bunch of buildings, so I was like, there's no. You know what I mean.
I don't know. Would it help to add our like office number in there, or does that not matter? I mean, if anyone wants to contact us, I mean, obviously they can get
Maybe.
the rest of these ways, but you might want to include our office number, don't
yeah,
you think?
I
Yeah.
can do that. Okay, so where's my pencil? In my hair.
So this is just a PowerPoint that you have to present?
Yeah, that's just
Okay.
for the first step of like awareness for my
Okay. Gotcha.
project. Add office number. So that's like the first step in the circle of faith and action. And the next step is analysis.
Okay.
So I had to make a relationship map that I'm going to show you.
Okay.
Looks crazy, but it starts with here and it says what factors are necessary to ensure that people with cystic fibrosis are financially supported. And you all can look at that. And these are the 4 main branches that I came up with, and then they break into the 3 little things and then into those if you want. And just check if it's like accurate and if you all think that's the 4 main branches. And if you think something else needs to be added, I can add.
Sorry. So these are just the ones you personally identified that
Yeah.
you think seem important based on your understanding. Okay.
It has to do with financially supported, right? Because in the center you have what factors are necessary to
yeah.
ensure that people.
Because that's my injustice for.
That you've
Gotcha.
identified, almost like
Yeah.
your thesis.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So you think that's accurate? Or for the most part? Or what else do you think should be
Oh,
in there?
I mean, since it says financially supported, I think it's fine. But I was just looking at all these different things. I was thinking about the whole component of like helping. You know, we've done a lot of like mental help for people because, as you can imagine, struggling with a disease and knowing that your life expectancy, I mean, it really affects people mentally. So the foundation has really, in the last, what would you say, 5 years, really pushed the, you know, having support groups for people with CF, doing all different things like that. I mean, to
Well, and they have a
support.
very holistic approach in terms of our care centers, you know, to deal with every element of the human body, basically, you know, mental, physical, spiritual, psychological, social, everything from their nutrition, you know, to their financial needs. I mean, it's a broad spectrum, but if you're honing in on just the financial piece, I think it's fine. But, I mean, obviously, I think you understand that it's also much broader than that.
Yes. And when I get like deeper in the project, I think it'll go outside of that.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
So that seems good.
thank you. Okay. Now the next thing I'm gonna talk about like which branch you all would like me to like work with of your I guess agency.
Okay.
Or like yeah, so we're gonna like brainstorm ideas for the action part. Every year they do for like the project they do a big like event to raise money. So I guess we can just brainstorm ideas about that, what you all would want me to do, and of course you all can come.
Okay.
And yeah. One thing that I do want to do is, I know Clay. He went to St. Nicholas
Yeah.
Academy
Mm-hmm.
for grade school.
Mhm.
So I was gonna do a dress down day. Everybody can bring in like $1 to dress down in their school, and then we get the money and I give it to you.
That's a good
So,
one.
yeah.
We have what some companies do too, and I don't know if this is something that you want to think about, but we have what they call jeans for jeans. You wear jeans for jeans.
GENES.
Yeah. So you wear like jeans for jeans, and we actually have these stickers. So anyone that participates can wear like a sticker that says, you know, I support jeans for jeans. So that's just something to
Yeah,
think
so
about.
I can give them like a sticker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That would be a good idea. So,
Yeah, I can even email you like what they look
Okay.
like so you can see. That's one thing that seems like that's pretty successful in schools. I know that there was a school over in Indiana that did like coin war. And the way they did theirs is they would take like a big bucket or whatever, and they would put like a rubber duck in the bucket, and the goal was to cover the rubber duck with as much change as possible. And just whatever class won, you know, got some sort of incentive to
Yeah.
do that.
Okay. So, for an event, I don't know, I was talking to my mom. We were thinking like she wanted to do like an 80s dance because doing stuff with kids, you get like your friends and stuff. But like if you did like a grown-up thing, I would get a lot more like people. So we're talking about like an 80s dance or like some kind of dance, like Valentine's dance or something like that, to get grown-ups in, because they're the one that will probably donate the most money too. So I was thinking about that, so I'm gonna put that here.
Okay.
Do you all have any other ideas? Because I know you all do a lot. I don't want to like, you all do like a big walk. How you all do that?
Well, and the thing you have to keep into consideration, and I don't know how many events you've done or participated in, but if you were to do like a dance, you have to think through how you're going to be able to manage all that in terms of
Yeah.
your cost, where are you going to have it? Is
Yeah.
the place going to allow you to use the space for free, or are you going to have to pay for it? How are you going to pay for it?
Yeah.
If it's a fundraiser, and then, are you going to have to sell tickets, and how much? And then are you going to have music, and then how are you going to pay for a DJ? Or, are you going to find a band to donate their time? I mean, those are a lot of different things you just have to think through. So, I mean, it's a major undertaking to put on an event.
It is, yeah.
And so I just, want to
The
make sure
events
you
are
understand.
huge too. Like each one of us are required to have that's the action, I guess.
What have some of the folks done in the past? Because I don't recall that they did anything on that grand of a scale, did they?
I'm trying to remember.
It seems like one of them did. It was more like a Jeans for Jeans type. It may not have been Jeans for Jeans, but it was something similar to that, where people made a donation and then got, could do something in return.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I
one
could
sold
get donations from
rubber bracelets.
Mhm.
Those rubber,
I could do
bracelets.
something like that. I could sell something.
Somebody did that, I think, because we actually had some extra orange ones for a while. I think somebody did that and sold them, and then the proceeds came to us.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
But even with those types of things, then you got to think through, okay, what about the
Yeah.
cost of
How are
purchasing
you
the
gonna get
bracelets?
the bracelets?
And then are you going to reimburse yourself for the cost, from the money that you earn from the event, or is that going to be your own personal donation, or are you going to find somebody who will donate those? I want to say one year somebody did T-shirts, and they were able to get the shirts at a discounted price, but they still had to buy them.
Right.
So those are just things that you'll need to think through.
I mean, you need to think, like that said, who your target audience is, like who you want to target to
Right.
buy this or go to, like you were talking adults for that, but
I mean, Jeans for Jeans is obviously Holy Cross students, and then I'm assuming, does the administration allow you all to do that?
Yeah.
They do
Yeah,
allow
we
that.
at Holy Cross, like when something happens, we do like dress downs. Like one of the students that went to Holy Cross back in the day, he died. He was a cop. I don't know if his name was Nick Rodman. He just died. We did a dress down day for him and gave the money to the family. So we do stuff like that when like occasions happen. And I know when I went to St. Nicholas too, and they did stuff like that. And everybody brings in $1 so they can dress down, and everybody does it because they love to get out of uniform. So
exactly.
and I was just saying St. Nicholas because Clay went there. All the administration know him. So
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Did Missy put something on one time? But I think it's been a while, right?
Yeah, didn't they do theirs was like a poker, one of those poker tournaments or something. But again, those are a lot of work, and
I know that students in the past, they've done like bowling. They have people come bowl. Some people have done like a
are
basketball
you
tournament.
recording or not?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
okay.
It looked like it stopped.
Something popped up. They've done like 3-on-3 basketball tournaments. You pay like $50 for a team, 20 person or something. And I'm trying to think. Some people have done like ice skating, just stuff like that. That would get people to come. Trying to think.
And I don't know what the objective is ultimately. I mean, obviously to raise money, but again, something to think about is, how much money are you wanting to raise? Do you have a dollar amount or not?
That's kind of like the branch that you all like. Do you all want? Like, I know you all fundraise, so the biggest thing you all need is money for them to be financially supported. They need money for medical bills.
Well, and just so you're clear, the money that we raise does not necessarily go to fund people with CF's medical care. People have their own private insurance, or they don't. But ultimately, the money that we raise goes toward a cure.
Okay.
We do support our care centers, and we have certain programs. Like, for example, I think Ruth had told you about our Compass program that we've given you some materials about. Those are resources that are like a 1-800 number where people can call and say, okay, I'm having trouble with my employer, or I'm having difficulty finding a doctor, or I just moved to California and I don't know how to navigate my way through the healthcare system. So, but we don't actually provide money to people with cystic fibrosis.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to make sure you understand that.
Yeah.
We don't provide direct financial support.
So for cure.
Yeah, the money that we raise is money for research that supports a cure.
Okay.
It's not like somebody calls our office and says, oh, I